Hello and welcome to a new video. My name is Hans and this is Food Around the House. In today's video, another update on the rooftop garden. Since last week we finally have been having some warmer temperatures after a very cold and wet spring. So this means that the garden is now finally fully alive. So I'm going to show you what's going on, what's growing, what's flowering. So yeah, let's go. First up, we've got the radishes. They've been doing quite well. We already harvested a couple of the radishes from this bed, but not too many, still a lot to harvest. Some of them are already quite big, as you can see over here, but yeah. A lot of radishes still to be harvested. So in a couple of weeks this bed will be empty again. I will be growing, I think, some Swiss chard in here, so yeah, stay tuned for that. What's also funny to see is that a couple of pak soy plants came up. They were probably seeds left in here from last year. I grew pak soy in this bed, and yeah, as you can see, they have bolted. So what to do then with your bolted pak soy plants? Well, you can just eat them. Everything from the plant is edible, so just have a little garden snack. Next to that, we've got the spinach bed, which just yesterday I harvested the first row of spinach. Well, it's been quite hard growing spinach this year because we had a very cold and wet spring, as I said. So this meant that the spinach wasn't really growing that fast. But when we got the warmer temperatures last winter, almost immediately all the spinach started to bolt, as you can see. The flowers are coming. But that's not a problem. I'm just going to harvest all these spinach plants in the coming days, and they're still perfectly edible. You can eat everything from the plant. So next to that, we've got the polyculture bed with the radishes, with the carrots and the turnip greens. I've been harvesting a lot of turnip greens. From this patch I already got the second harvest from these plants yesterday, so I think also probably the last harvest, and was still a lot of radishes in here. And also the carrots, but due to the cold spring, the carrots haven't been growing as hard as I would have wanted them to. So this means I've now got a bit of a problem because I want to get my tomatoes into this bed. So I'm probably just going to pull out all of the carrots, which have not formed carrots yet, and well, either feed them to the chickens or put them on the compost pile. Because I really got to get my tomatoes in here, otherwise I won't have tomatoes, or I would still have tomatoes, but I would have tomatoes very late in the year. And I really love growing tomatoes. Since I've sown the carrots and the radishes in 3 rows, 1 row over here, 1 row in the middle, and another row over there, I'm just going to be pulling out the 2 rows on the side, and I will leave the middle one, so I can just plant tomato plants on the sides and leave the carrots in the middle and see if those carrots will still grow into mature carrots. But I have to see about that. I'll just try it. Next to that, we've got the turnips, and for the turnips we actually got the same problem, because this is supposed to be a variety of turnip which is finished or ready to harvest in about mid-May, end of May. But I think that probably that won't be achieved because the turnips are, well, they're growing very fast right now, but they are still quite small. And yeah, in this bed I also want to be growing tomatoes, so I'm just going to see what I'm going to do, if I'm going to leave them for a bit longer and let them fully mature, or maybe just again harvest the 2 rows on both sides and just eat the leaves and plant the tomatoes in there and leave the middle row so they can grow into mature turnips. But I'm still thinking about what to do with those. Next up, we've got the bed with the broadbeans and the peas. Since the weather is a bit warmer, the broadbeans have been growing very fast. As you can see, they're also starting to flower. A little flower over here, and wow, those flowers are absolutely amazing. They're very beautiful, I think. I hope it shows also well on camera. But yeah, so we'll be getting broadbeans hopefully soon. Next to that, the peas are also growing quite fast right now. These ones still aren't really flowering for as far as I can see, but I've got some peas on the other side which are already flowering, and we've got the marigolds here in the middle, which are also growing quite fast. Next up we've got this bed, which is full of turnip greens as well, and I really need to be starting harvesting this row over here because they're growing very fast right now. And after I've harvested all these turnip greens, I'll probably be growing some winter carrots in here. Over here we've got 2 empty pots which I grew. I grew courgettes in here last year, and I'll be adding some compost to the soil. And I'll probably be growing tomatoes in these as well. I've also got a few pots of strawberries on the rooftop garden, which have started to flower now. So yeah, I'm not really doing a lot for these strawberries, but they've been here in pots for a couple of years, and they give me some nice strawberries every year, so that's nice. Then we've got these 3 small beds filled with peas, and the peas have been growing very fast lately, and we've also got the first flowers coming up, as I can show you over here. Beautiful white flowers. So yeah, hopefully they will produce a lot more flowers, and then lately some nice peas. In this same bed as the peas, I've also sown some radishes, which are from another variety than the ones I showed earlier, and they are also growing very fast, quite big radishes. So yeah, looking forward to those. I hope to be growing some cucumbers in these beds after the peas, but again we've got the same problem here with the cold spring. The peas are lagging behind a bit, so yeah, I hope I will still be able to fit the cucumbers in here after the peas, but yeah, we'll see. So that was it for today's update. As you can see, the garden is doing very well. We've got this nicer weather now, and it really shows in the garden. I can also give a bit of an update on what I've harvested until now. I've harvested about 2 kilograms of turnip greens and about half a kilogram of spinach and half a kilogram of radishes. And well, my goal is to grow 100 kilograms of fruits and vegetables on this rooftop garden this year. So yeah, already 3% on the way there. I'll keep you guys updated on the process, and if you like this video, if you want to see more, consider subscribing to my channel, like this video, and maybe leave a comment if you want to say anything, if you've got a question. And then I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.